Hey Dice Rollers, Paul here, and I'll be your DM for a while. Hey listen, have you been looking for an easier and more fun way to build a world for your Dungeons & Dragons game? Listen, I love a good random table just like everyone else, but sometimes I need a little bit more, and that is why today I'm going to be using the Deck of Endless World Building system. This is only my second time using this system, so I would not count this as a review. I'll do that in a separate video, but as they say, the proof is in the pudding. Now, the reason I am using this system is because I have a world to build. It's called The Hexing, a horror-filled hex crawl where everything is bad and getting worse. If you want to check out my Crit Happen zines, I'll leave a link down below. Before I head to the table and we get this world building party started, if you're brand new here, welcome. If this is the kind of content you enjoy, consider hitting the subscribe button and you'll get content like this pretty regularly. All right, here we are at the table. I have my cards marked out. I'll explain that in just a second. These three hexes here represent what I had mentioned before. I am building, right here, I am building what is called a horror hex crawl. And this is the book, this is the zine that I put it in. And then this is my second part, The Witches of Black and Earth, who actually caused the hexing. Shame on them. But as you can see here, I have a process by which I build my hexes. And this here, as you can see, is called a territory, and it's just kind of a micro, right? This is kind of just the three little hexes here. Each one's about 6 miles, and my goal today is to try to fill at least one of these. That's all I'm going to do today. I'm going to fill one. That's going to be a good series. So if you want to hang around for the series, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and you'll get more videos like this as I build it out. But that is basically the hex crawl there, and it gives you all the little things you need to know. So let's go and move on from there. Now, the system I'm going to be working with is a stackable system. So let me go and get these out of the way, because this is where I'm going to stack my cards. And by the way, if you notice a difference in my voice, I am now recording on my phone, so I'm not near my other microphone, so hopefully that's not too big a deal. Now, this particular system here, it is stackable, and I'll show that in a second. It also has different expansions. So in this particular expansion, you have World of Blight and Shadow, which is horror expansion, and that's why I wanted to use this, because it's going to go very well with the world I am building. There's a bunch of other ones that I will show in the review video, but for this video, we're going to do this. And then in some later videos, my hope is they have something called the Story Engine, where you can actually build some stories into your world. And this one is the Dark Crafts and Ancient Horrors. This is all Eldritch horror stuff. So stick around. Like I said, this is going to be an interesting series here. So let's go ahead and start then. This is a process. You go region, landmark. At least this is what they tell you in the guide, right? So once again, you're going to see it kind of play out here. But you do a region card, a landmark card, a namesake card, an origin card, an attribute card, and an advent card. And so I've stacked them this way because that is the order I'm going to go in, just like that. We're going to start with the region card and see what we get here. We'll make some choices as we go. Oh, I love this. Off the bat, I love it already. An abyss. So this is going to be a location. This is a region. Somewhere inside one of these hexes, an abyss has opened up. Okay, I'm going to leave that there as just a little reminder. So there's an abyss somewhere. A crater has opened up. As I said earlier, right here, this is the witches. It's their fault. So yes, the hexing, they cast this huge hex. It destroyed the whole land, and we now have an abyss. So now, in this area, we will have a landmark card. So what's in this area here? Is it a farmhouse, or is it a spiral? My initial thought is that a spiral, I know what they're talking about here, kind of like a crop shape, I think is what they're talking about. So I'm going to go with farmhouse, because that's going to give me a definitive location. So I'm going to go with that. So what you would do then is I would take this and put it underneath and say, okay, we have an abyss, farmhouse. Now, that's our landmark. Something is going on with that farmhouse. We know it's in there, and there's going to be maybe some manifestations. So we'll see what happens. And then we have the namesake card. Okay. Now the namesake card. Let's see what we get here. Now, there is an abyss of knives, an abyss of hunger. Oh, I kind of like that one already. An abyss of wasting, and the abyss of the hanged one. Oh, okay, well, I don't want to do the hanged one. I think I want to do knives, or I want to do of hunger, because, you know, this hex magic, this magic that's happened, that's kind of screwed everything up. It's created all these things. There's all kinds of monsters roaming around. It's opened up portals to hell. This may be one of those portals. This may be an abyss that has been opened up to hell. And so, what would hell be about? Is it hungering? Is it wasting? Is it of knives? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go with, I'm going to go with knives sounds good. I just think there needs to be some knives here. I'm going to go with knives. So this is the abyss of knives. And there's all kinds of terrible things that are going to happen down in the abyss of knives, right? So let's go with an origin card. Let's see what happens here. This is a former execution grounds, created through extreme violence, origin of a nursery rhyme, former home of an unfathomable god. Okay, so what would the hex do? What would the hex magic do? I think it would be created through extreme violence. Something has happened here. Something happened during the hexing. The hex goes out, and it could be possible that that some event happened here that was so violent. We have what is called the corrupt dead, or the corrupted, which could be the fact that there's something super violent that happened here with the dead. It could be that people went crazy. It could have been that it was a war or a battle here. I'm going to go through created through extreme violence. So I will take this and I will put it, I'll put it under here. I think I can do this. All right, of knives. Oh, here we go. We'll put that under there. Sorry, I need to do that. Let's put it under there. Of knives created through extreme violence. Let's tuck that back under there. Okay. All right, so now we have a farmhouse that has an abyss under it or in it. It's the abyss of knives, and it was created through extreme violence, which happened because of the hexing. So we want to make sure that we have that right, okay? All right, so we have the origin card. We have that. Now we're going to go to an attribute card. Let's see what the attribute card tells us. It is known for death worship. Okay, we're on target here. Home to a colony of shape changers. Now that's interesting. Maybe the devils that come out of here, or the demons, are shape changing devils. It's a source of dark power. That also resonates with me. And then known for moths or moth. Well, what is moth, right? I'm going to say these are all very good here. I'm going to go to colony sounds. Maybe it's maybe there's a colony nearby of shape changers that are somehow affected by this. A violent group of shape changers. Maybe they open it up. I don't know. I like them both, but I'm going to go for right now. I'm going to go here. Okay, so now we have an abyss in a farmhouse, an abyss of knives, created through extreme violence, home to a colony of shape changers. So there's somebody there. We know that there's people there. I think they're devils, and that the abyss is opened up, or there was a cult. Maybe there's a cult of shapeshifters, because there's cults that are happening now because of all the monsters. So basically, everybody's created these kind of cultish type of groups to satisfy there's cults of the dead, cults of monsters. All these things are happening. So I'm going to go with that for now. And then the last thing is an advent. Now, this could be where the adventurers get their clue. I'm not quite sure. I think it is. There we go. A heinous crime is shattering the community. Murder, vandalism of something sacred, or linked series of crimes. Okay, so this is what's happening in that area right now. It could be that, or it could be a tear appeared in the sky, releasing creatures, strange weather, or unnerving sounds. So that's interesting, that if something has torn, a tear has appeared in the sky. What if the gods of this area, what if the gods, when the abyss opened, that the heavens also opened, and now there's a battle going on here? Maybe there are angels and demons. It is constant battle that is happening here, which would be interesting, because maybe there's a call for help. Maybe the gods say, "I need the adventuring party to come help us." There's a way to a way to close the abyss. Maybe there's, since it is a place of knives, there may be a knife involved that can close it. They have to go hunt for the knife to bring it back here. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and put that here underneath. So a tear has appeared in the sky, releasing creatures. So now we have an abyss. And this, by the way, that reminds me, I think it's in Pathfinder. Isn't it the War Wound? The World Wound, something like that. That was like, it was opened up and there were devils, I believe, in Pathfinder. But anyway, so now we have a farmhouse that has an abyss of knives that was created through extreme violence, which the violence itself could be the hexing. That could be what's the cause of this. And then there is home to a colony of shape changers, which could be doppelgangers. Could be demons who can shapeshift, but there's a cult maybe too that they change shapes as well. And the thing that has happened, that there's a tear has appeared in the sky, also because of the hexing, in response to the hexing that is above the abyss. So you have these kind of two worlds where things are coming out of the abyss and things are coming down from the heavens, and there is a battle always going on, it seems. All right, so what do you think? Would love your comments down below. What do you think about this little scenario that I built here? It's probably going to show up in my next zine, so be sure to subscribe to the channel because I'm going to put that out as well. I'm going to flesh this out, make it really cool, something fun for your party to do. And also tell me down in the comments, what do you think of the deck of world building? Is it fun? Is it simple? Is this something you would use? And if you're interested in it, I will put a link down below to the system because it's out there and you can purchase it for yourself. And if you're looking for other tips for DMs, well, I'm going to put a link up here somewhere. You can check it out for yourself. Got plenty of videos here to help new DMs run epic games at their tables. I hope you'll check those out. And once again, if you like this video, be sure to click the thumbs up button. That tells me you like the video and you want more of them. But that is it for today, gamers. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.